Hi, Stephen. You'll obviously want to follow up a good performance and a good result, but how do you think you're going to be able to achieve that consistency, as we haven't always shown that in the past?
Yeah, it's certainly a big challenge. It's a big challenge. Ukraine have had some terrific results, and they've shown their quality. Obviously, they've immense quality and got that depth in their squad, as they showed when they played us last week. And obviously, they bring back some of their main players for tomorrow, and so we're up. We know we're up against it. We're going to have to put in a really, really strong performance, and the players can take confidence from Saturday. There are several changes with enforced changes, but certainly the spirit is good in the group, and obviously we'll have to be at our best tomorrow night. We know that.
No,
okay. You mentioned the changes there. Obviously, Shane Duffy suspended. John Egan didn't travel. So, what are your thoughts in that department, first of all?
Yeah, we'll make changes. Obviously, John. Hopefully, John gets good news today himself at home, and Shane obviously suspended. Nothing we can do with that. So, listen, the team that played Portugal, for example, recently had a back five of Matt Doherty, Seamus Coleman, Johnny Egan, Shane Duffy. So none of them are available. But that's the challenge for ourselves to compensate for that. But we're not unduly concerned, because that's why we've been blooding players, to give us that level of depth. And I feel anyone coming in won't necessarily weaken us. And I think we have a strong squad, and we'll have the capacity to deal with that. And so it is a big challenge for us nonetheless, but one that we're not fearful of.
Can you let us know what the news about John Egan is, though, what he's waiting for?
The birth of his child.
Okay.
Today.
Right. That's a very good reason not to be in the camp, I guess. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gavin?
Just the injury situation on Michael Obafemi and Chidozie Ogbene, how are they?
Yeah, contrasting issues there. I think we think Michael will miss out with his groin injury, and Chidozie, we're hopeful that he can rejoin the squad. His was an impact injury, Chidozie's, in the game last week against the Ukraine. So he's just been quite sore and very painful, but we're hopeful that he can rejoin tonight in training.
Yeah, and now it's just because it rained so much today, I haven't seen the pitch. Is there any concerns in that regard?
No, I don't think so. I think we're okay.
And just one for James. James, you're coming into this game off a bit of a high, of a good performance personally against Scotland, and a good result for the team. Just what's that like, and are you going to be captain tomorrow? Is that a sign as to why you're at the press conference?
I haven't been told that, so it's I don't know. That's up to the manager, obviously. Yeah, but just coming off the
absolutely no chance.
I think Dave the chef will get it before I get it. No, just off the back of the Scotland game, obviously the mood in the camp has been lifted massively. 2 games before that wasn't the results that we wanted. We were going into this camp in confident mood, expecting certainly fancying our chances in the 2 games, and we were disappointed of obviously the results. But Scotland's been a massive lift, and we're looking forward to the game tomorrow now. And if we won, it puts us on 6 points and right back up there in terms of winning the group.
Ed Leahy, please.
Stephen, how you doing? I suppose since you started taking over the job, there's been a real emphasis on what you do with the ball when in possession. The Scotland game looked like there was a real emphasis on what you do out of possession, and the real I suppose intent to get the ball back as soon as possible. Was that based on some parts of the Ukraine game, or it was am I sort of on the right track there?
Yeah, no, I understand the question, but I think consistently we've really improved out of possession over the last number of months. I feel, even going back to games like Portugal, away, Portugal at home particularly, we're hunting the ball. Even the first 20-25 minutes against Ukraine, with incredible pressure on Ukraine, at that time in terms of with our out possession, the work rate of the players and you know, everything worked well. But obviously Ukraine played themselves into the games. The game opened up. They were quite expansive, and they are excellent, I must say, at retaining possession. They're all technically proficient, so they make you work for the ball. And but no, I wouldn't say our out possession plan was better than other games, but there was a referee who allowed the game flow really helped us on Sunday. You know, really helped us. The difference between the referee in midweek and the weekend was night and day. Absolutely different sport, nearly. So you couldn't, you know. So I think he allowed the game to flow and allowed you to tackle. So that was certainly, I think, that was helpful.
And then, just you think in terms of formation, then and the way the strike partnership went for you on Saturday with Troy and Michael. Obviously, if Michael's not available, are you still looking at that same sort of combo of getting maybe a more natural striker to link up with someone like Troy to really, I suppose, to allow the midfield to keep the pressure on, I suppose, as well as getting a more compact front unit?
Well, we've like Ukraine, they can switch from 3-4-2-1 to 4-3-3. You know, obviously we must have more than one way of playing, and we've two systems that we're trying to improve all the time, and you know, so we're capable of playing either at any time. And you know, you're right, we did alter it the weekend and it was successful, and that's very encouraging. And so we have to consider that. Obviously, we've chosen Benya back, which is a different option, and so these are things that we have to consider.
Damien, please.
James, as one of the senior players in the squad now, how excited are you by the young players that are coming through?
I'm very excited. I think they're obviously showing the ability and potential they have, and the more experience you get at this level, the more that's only going to enhance their ability. So, yeah, very exciting. I think the future's bright, which is obviously a nice thing. I think you've seen Saturday, the young lads, Nathan Collins at the back, the shift Jamie Lumby put in the middle of the park, and then you look at the second and third goals between Troy and Michael. What they can do is it's obviously very pleasing, and it's just nice to be here and see that day in, day out, and potentially what they could go on to be.
And at the stage of your career you're at now, does every cap become more special?
No, the every cap's special. You know what I mean? No matter what age you are, that's the way it's always been for me anyway. You're representing your country, you're putting on the shirt. It's a special feeling. So, no, look, it doesn't matter if it's my first cap or 150 cap or whatever. You know, it's still that same special feeling, and I think that's the way it should be treated also.
Are there any more questions for the live section? No? Okay, we'll move into the embargo.